Hey everybody, good morning or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Smrt Live class. My name is Mark. I am your teacher. I am a teacher at the Canadian College of English Language in Vancouver, Canada. And I see you guys are talking about the weather in the chat. We just got our first snow of the year. So it's really cold here and there's snow everywhere. It's really, really beautiful. We have mountains and all the mountains are covered in snow. So it's winter now. It's winter in Vancouver. Vancouver is not really cold. Most of Canada is pretty cold, but Vancouver, we usually don't have much snow, and it's not usually that cold. If this is your first Smrt Live class, welcome. We have a chat on YouTube, and please ask me questions about the lesson. If you have a question and it's not about this lesson, if it's not about what we're talking about, probably I will not answer it because I don't want to start talking about different things. So if you have a question, and it's not about this lesson, please join our Facebook group. Here is our Facebook group, and I started this about 9 months ago, I think, 10 months ago maybe. And I've been working really hard on this. And other people have been working really hard. Rosa's been really helping, and Carla's really helping. We help each other with questions. This is not your first class, Vivek. You're a joker. So you can see here that in 10 months we now have 18,212 members, and I have a goal. My goal is for this group to become 20,000 users by December 31st. That's my goal. 20,000 users by December 31st. I don't know if it's possible, but I like to make goals. I like to make goals in my life. So if you wanna join the group, you can. There's a link under this video, but of course you can also go there by typing facebook.com/groups/LEOF group. The link is in the description on YouTube, but I'll just put this in the chat right now too. Yeah, and like Rosa is saying, whoops, Rosa, you guys can, if you're in the group, you can add, you can add members. Just type here and you can add your friends to the group. If, don't add them if they don't want to study English, but if they want to learn English, this is probably the best group on Facebook for that, I think. So yeah, please join the group. Please join the group. My goal, we need 1,700. My math is terrible. We need 1,788 more members to help Mark achieve his goal for 2016. So, do you guys like to make goals? I like to make goals in my life, Like I like to set a goal and then work hard and try to achieve this goal. But yeah, please add your friends if you're already in the group. And yeah, please ask questions. And if you know the answer to somebody's question, please help them answer. You can practice your English and help people learn English this way. Now, getting back to the lesson, of course, you guys probably know you can become a premium subscriber. Of course, all of our classes are free on YouTube. They will always be free. We will never change that. But yeah, it's not free for us. So if you can, please become a premium subscriber. You can sign up on this page. And what does that mean if you're a premium subscriber? Well, you can get video marked homework. Now, what does that mean? Well, we give homework to the premium subscribers about these classes, okay? And then students do the homework on their computers, and then they send it to the teacher. And Rosa is probably our best student. Rosa is in Josh's class, and I noticed this. Rosa put the video. So you guys understand? We make a video just for Rosa about her homework. So here's Josh's excellent video about Rosa's homework. I'm just going to show you about 5 seconds. Whoop.
Rosa, hi again. I just wanted to go over your homework with you and give you some comments. So here.
I guess I should remove. I can't remove my. Well, let's try that. There we go.
Here I am on the page for vocabulary words. I think this is a really important part of the document to do. And I say that because if you are confident and you can give the definition of the word, you probably don't need to focus on it. But
okay, so you guys understand. That's what we do for premium subscribers. Rosa, thank you for putting that on the internet and trying to help us grow. So that's probably the best thing about being a premium subscriber. So again, go to this website to sign up. You can try it free for 1 month, okay? And after that, you will have to pay. So let's get started. Other than that, remember, make sure you click the bell on the YouTube channel so that, when we start a live class, you will receive a notification, probably on your phone, maybe like an email or a notification. Anyways, let's get started. Let's stop talking about all that stuff. Where should we start? Well, today we're going to talk about how to make requests. And I understand probably some students don't really understand this word, requests. So first, we are going to premium subscribers. Premium subscribers can use this website, okay? Premium subscribers, if you want, you can open Use of English 4.1. Can I ask you a favor? So we're going to look at some examples of requests. So we have 4 short conversations, very short. Let's just listen to each one, and let's listen. Let's pay attention to the blue parts. Okay, can you see that? Okay. Well, I thought I clicked that back on. I clicked it, but it didn't work. I clicked the thing, but it didn't work. Sorry, guys. It's difficult, I'm in the room by myself, and I'm trying to do this. But I clicked the box, and it didn't work. I'm sure. Anyways, whatever. Here we go. That's okay. You don't need to see me. It's probably better without me, right? Anyways, we're gonna listen to this. And guys, pay attention to the blue parts, okay? Pay attention to the blue parts. Here we go.
May I ask you a favor?
Sure, what is it?
Well, I'm moving this weekend, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know where this is going.
Do you think you could give me a hand on Saturday?
Okay, what time?
So, may I ask you a favor? Now, guys, I know, some of you guys, you understand a little bit about, the easy grammar, how to do this. But a request, what is a request? Here's a request, and here is a request, right? May I ask you a favor? May I ask you a favor? May I ask you a favor? Welcome back. Okay. And so I'm moving this weekend, right? I'm moving this weekend. So we have the present continuous about the future. We're going to talk about the future tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a special Wednesday class, and I'll talk about that later. Do you think you could give me a hand on Saturday? Do you think you could give me a hand on Saturday? So what's a request, guys? What does request mean? Can you type in the chat? What do you think that means, a request? Right? Here are two examples. May I ask you a favor, and do you think you could give me a hand? Could you give me a hand? What does that mean, give me a hand? Give me a hand is very popular English. It means help me. Help me. So what is a request? Well, gosh, this room is warm today, probably because of the snow outside. So I'm going to take off my sweater. Don't worry, I will not take off my shirt. So asking a favor, yeah, asking a favor. Demand? Ooh, demand is very strong. Demand means do this, right? Do this. Hand, yeah, give me a hand. Give me a hand. Somebody's asking. This means help. And then we always say on Saturday, on Monday, on Tuesday, on December 20th. Yeah, so a request is like, please help me. Please do something for me. Okay, good. So we're going to talk about different ways to say, please help me. Please do something for me. So, of course, we can say, may I, may I, may I. Could you, or do you think you could? Do you think you could? Well, it's cold outside, so inside it's it's warm. I don't know. Okay. Oh, Sean, very nice voice. Let's listen to Sean now.
Sean, can I ask you something?
What?
Do you think Anna would say yes if I asked her out on a date?
Anna? She'd probably say yes. You should do it. What have you got to lose?
Okay, we'll see. Thanks.
Right, so Sean, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? What? Do you think Anna would say yes if I asked her out on a date? On a date? Anna? She would probably say yes. You should do it. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Guys, what's another way to say that? We've been studying have you got. What have you got to lose? Well, we studied have got, same thing, have, right? What do you have to lose? What do you have? Now this doesn't mean like need to. This is a different way to say have. So example, I have $20 to spend. I have $20 to spend. What does that mean? I must spend $20? Does it mean you must spend $20? No, this means I have $20. And sometimes too in English, listen guys, because this is probably new for you. Sometimes to plus an infinitive verb means I can or I should. You guys know, right? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What does that mean? Well, I don't know what I should do, or I don't know what I can do. Okay, I don't know what I can do. So my class, remember, my class is intermediate. So if my English is too difficult for you, you should watch Nicole's class. If my English is too easy for you, you should watch Neil's class or Josh's class or Sean's class. Okay, so sometimes to plus an infinitive verb means I can or I should. So I have $20 to spend means I have $20 that I can spend. Okay, yeah, very good, Nitesh, very good. You're right. So this means, what do you have that you can lose? This is a very popular expression. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? What does this mean, guys? What do you have to lose? Look at Diari's excellent comment, guys. Diari Amin's comment. It's a question which means you will lose nothing if you do it. You will lose nothing. So that means there are no bad things about this. There are no bad things about this. Okay? Yeah, so you should ask her. You should ask her. There are no bad things about this. Okay? Okay, we'll see. Thanks. So here is a request. Oh, I don't know why it does that. This computer. Can I ask you something? May I ask you? We're going to talk about the differences very soon, very soon. 2 more conversations. Oh, this one has 3 requests. Let's listen.
Diana, could I ask you a favor?
Of course, what's up?
Would you mind lending me some money until I get paid next week?
Okay, but it depends how much you need.
May I borrow $100?
$100? Sure, that's fine.
So Sean, it's not true, but it's just an example. Sean doesn't have any money, right? Doesn't have any money. He says, "Could I please ask you a favor?" This is a request. What is favor? You guys, I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't talk about favor. Favor is like a request. A request. A favor is something that you do for me. Okay, very popular. May I ask you a favor? May I ask you a favor? Okay, could you, we're going to talk about this grammar very soon. Could you do a favor for me? Okay, very popular English. Now remember, O-U-R. This is Canadian spelling. So if you don't want to use Canadian spelling, here is the American spelling. No U, like the word color. In Canada, we spell it color, O-U-R, but Canadians are crazy, right? So the American spelling is C-O-L-O-R. Okay, so here is a difficult one. Would you mind lending me some money? Now, guys, I'm sorry, if it's not clear, it's because it's text. And the text is clear if you turn on higher quality on the YouTube video, okay? So would you mind? Would you mind is another popular way to ask people to do something. Sean's here? Oh, Sean's here. Hey, wow. Wow, and you can see finally Sean has the little thing beside his name, which means Sean can control the chat if there are any troublemakers like Vivek or Nitesh. I'm joking. Okay. So, like I said, would you mind doing something? We're going to talk about this very soon. Okay. Last one. Would you mind? Another one. Would you mind? But look at the difference. Look at the difference. Would you mind lend? Why does it do this? Why does it do this? I think this is a Windows problem. I don't like Windows. I like Apple, Macintosh. Where were we? Okay, here. Would you mind lending me some money? But look here, guys, look at this conversation. Let's listen to this conversation. Here we go.
Would you mind if I opened the window?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Thanks.
It's a hot one today, isn't it?
Sure is. Would you mind if I opened the window?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Thanks.
It's a hot one today, isn't it?
Sure is.
And what was the answer? What was the answer? Would you mind? Leanne said no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Right? So we're gonna now let's talk about the grammar. So hopefully now everybody understands our requests or favors, right? It's when people do things for you, right? So how do we say? Remember Sean's class last week? Rosa, I know you were here for Sean's class. Sean talked about empty verbs. Well, an empty verb, we say, how do we make requests? We make a request. Whoa, Mark, that's my name. Make a request. How do we make a request? So lesson on Thursday, very good lesson, and he talked about these stupid verbs that we use. But why? Well, there's no why. We just say make a request. Okay? So how do we make requests? Now, you guys probably know many ways to make requests. Let me know in the chat, guys. What are some ways to make requests? What are some different ways? What are some different things we say? Please type in the chat, some examples of how we make requests. And I'm going to get started here. I'm going to open the lesson. So grammar 4.3, please, premium subscribers. Make trouble, yeah, Vivek. Yeah, I'm just joking, buddy. Okay, so let's get started. One more example, right? Would you mind? Okay, so would you mind is a very popular way to make a request. Okay, yeah, thank you, Rosa. Could you please help me? Could you please say my name? Malak, okay. Could you? Would you? Okay, very good. May I know your skin tone? What does that mean? May I know your skin tone? I don't know my skin tone. Look at my skin tone. I don't know. What's my skin tone? Pink? Okay. May I borrow your pen? Could you? Can you? Shall I? Shall I open? Dimitri, is that a request? Shall I open the window? Remember, a request is something that other people do for me, right? Painkiller, would you like to help me? Would you like, it doesn't mean, it's kind of strange, right? Would you like to help me? That means like, do you want to help me? It's not really normal English. If I want somebody to help me, I don't say, hey, do you want to help me? Would you like to help me? Okay, lots of good examples in the chat. Thank you very much. Let's start. Okay, first of all, we can make requests with I, right? So sometimes we use I, and sometimes we use you, and it's a little bit different grammar. Okay, so here are your three choices. I'm not going to make it bigger. I'm sorry, because I think Windows doesn't like that. May I borrow that book? Could I borrow? Can I? So we use may I, could I, or can I, right? May I, could I, or can I? But what is the difference? What is the difference? What is the difference? May I, could I, can I? Well, look. May I and could I are very polite. They are very polite. Okay, they are really kind of the same. May I, could I? These are the same. May I borrow that book? Could I borrow that book? Probably may is a little formal. A little formal, okay? Could I is very popular, very polite, very nice, very normal. May I is a little formal, but they're both very popular, very, very popular. So some examples here. May I sit down? Could I look at the photos? Could I turn on the TV? May I talk to you? And could I get a large coffee, please? Guys, what? Could I get a large coffee, please? So where is this happening? Where do you say this? Could I get a large coffee, please? Could I get? Same thing. Could I have a large coffee, please? I think Sean talked about this last week too. Have a coffee, right? Have a coffee. Oh, my cup is empty. But yeah, have a coffee. That's another example of an empty verb. But where do we say this? Could I get a large coffee? This is really popular English. I say this every day. Where do I say this? Where do I say this? It's in a coffee shop. Yeah, absolutely. So we use requests when we order at a restaurant, okay, or a coffee shop. Usually in Canada or USA, we say could I, could I, could I. May I is a little strange. It's a little formal. But could I get, guys, could I get, don't forget that, okay? It's super useful English if you go to an English country, okay? An English-speaking country. Could I get a large vegetarian pizza, please? Yeah. And I don't want any salad, okay? I don't want any salad or sushi, please. Okay, so of course, can I is less formal. It's less polite. Usually we just use can I with our friends or, people that we know well, okay? Be careful, okay? Be careful. Can I is, people on the same as you. Can I? Hey, John, can I talk to you? So these guys work together. Maybe they're friends. They're on the same level, okay? Hey, John, can I talk to you? Somebody asked me about might I. Might I is pretty strange, okay? Might I, it's possible, but it's really not common, okay? Might I. Yeah, could I get a cheeseburger? Yeah, but cheeseburger is actually one word, Nora. It's one word. Okay, so Lee Jun, might I is not popular, okay? Starbucks is giving free coffee today here in Brazil. Wow, what a nice, wonderful country. Can I eat dessert, right? Yeah, like the boy will say this to his mother. The boy doesn't have to be polite to his mother. Can I eat dessert before dinner, Mom? Can I? The boy doesn't say could I or may I. Now, we use this word a lot too. Please. Okay, now look. We can say please before the main verb. Look, please have, please go, please borrow. Or we can use please at the end of the sentence. And Rosa, yeah, it's not super necessary, but it's common to use a comma before please. So look, guys, these are the same. May I please have some more ice cream? Or may I have some more ice cream, please? May I have some more ice cream, please? Yeah, Diari, good. Can I bug you for a moment? Hey, John, do you have them? Yeah, good. Okay, no more questions. Looks good. All right, now let's talk about making requests with you. So we say may I, could I, and can I, but you is different. You, okay? Here are your three choices. Could you, will you, or would you? Okay, and these are all like, can I is not very polite, but these ones are all the same. Could you, will you, would you? They're all the same. They're all the same. They're all about the same for polite. Would you and could you? Yeah, probably these ones are the most popular. Could you and would you? But sometimes we say will you. Yeah, it's okay. And you guys know will is about the future, but this is a different meaning of will. Modal verbs usually have more than one meaning. Okay, so this doesn't mean future. It just means please help me. Please help me. A very famous request in English. Please help me. Please do something for me. What about this? What about this very popular phrase? Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Will you marry me? Usually we don't say would you marry me or could you marry me. We say will you marry me? Will you? It's kind of a set expression. Will you marry me? Okay, so you guys can use that if you want to speak English. So could you open the window? Will you open the window? Would you open the window? They're all really the same for politeness. Yeah, Stephen Blair, that's perfect English. Will you lend me your car for an hour? That's perfect. Can we more use with our partners or friends? What are you asking about, Lee Jun? What are you asking about? I don't really understand. Could you, will you, would you? Yeah, you can say this with your friends. You can say this to your boss. That's okay. They're all very polite. Okay. I am married, Vivek. I am married. Okay. Don't forget. Can you is popular, but it is less polite. Okay. So can I? It's okay. It's popular for your friends, right? People you know, but it's not polite. It's not formal. Okay. Also, can you? Be careful. Be careful. Can you is less polite. Okay. So when I go to the coffee shop, I never say, "Hey, can you pass me can you?" Right? No, I say, "Would you? Could you? Will you?" But when I'm talking to Sean, Sean's my friend, and I don't have to be polite to Sean. I could say, "Hey, Sean, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you do this for me?" Okay. Will, I think, meant that for promising. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, will has different meanings. Different meanings. Different meanings. Right? We're going to talk about that. We're going to start talking about that tomorrow. Will, the future meanings, yeah. Okay, but remember, yeah, modal verbs have different meanings. They have different meanings. Okay? All right. Now, again, please, we can use please before the verb, or we can say please at the end of the sentence. Could you please speak more loudly? I can't hear you. Or could you please speak more, or could you speak, could you speak more loudly, please, at the end of the sentence? Yeah, Rosa, when she is talking to her teachers at university, probably she should say, could you, or would you, right? May I, could I, but you, we say, could you, would you, will you? And yeah, use please. Please is also very nice. Okay, Rosa. Leo, can you get a cup of coffee for me? Well, it depends. Like if Leo is your friend, or if Leo is under you, right? Like maybe you're the boss of Leo, you can say can you. But be careful. Can is not very polite. Okay, it's not very polite. What's the difference between could and would? Well, students ask me these questions, and there are many differences between could and would. But when we're talking about requests, could you open the window? This sentence and this sentence, there are no differences. Okay, there are no differences. That's a difficult part about modal verbs. This week or this week and last week we have been talking about modal verbs, right? Can and will and would and should and may and might, right? There are more. I don't want to write, well, must, okay? But these, students ask me, well, what are the differences between would and could? Well, sometimes, we use would about many different things, right? We use could about many different things. And I can't, if you want me to explain all the differences between would and could, that would take me 5 hours, right? So be careful, guys. Be careful. Maybe you understand one meaning of would, right? Like example, Lee Jun understands sometimes we use will for promises, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we are going to talk about that tomorrow, okay? But that's not the only way to use will. There are many ways to use will, okay? So today, we are learning about requests. And there are no differences between this sentence, could you open the window, and would you open the window? Okay? But if you are not talking about requests, there are many differences between would and could. Okay? So please, open your mind. Don't think you know the only meanings. Okay? All right. Let's continue. Now, how do we answer requests? How do we answer requests, right? If I ask Sean, hey, could you help me? Right? Sean probably would say, sure. Okay. Of course. No problem. And look at this word. Maybe you don't know this word. Certainly. What does that mean, certainly? That just means sure. Certainly. Of course, you could say yes or no, right? What about no? We'd say, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm busy right now. I'm sorry, I can't. And look at this one. This one's really nice. I would be happy to. I would be happy to. Yeah. Hey, Yomera. Welcome. Okay, guys, we can start class now. Yomera is here. We don't have to wait anymore, right? Okay. Sure, okay, of course, no problem. Certainly, yes, no. I'm sorry, I can't. Okay, Alejandra. Look at Alejandra's question. She's asking about this. And I haven't started talking about this yet. Let's talk about this. First, let's talk about would you mind or do you mind, okay? Do you mind? Do you guys understand this title? Do you mind if I, or would you mind if I? Okay. Now, this is a polite way to make a request. It's a polite way to make a request. Now, look, would you mind is more polite than do you mind. Okay? They are both polite, but would you mind is more polite. Okay? Certainly is very popular. It's very popular, Lee Jun. Yeah, it's very popular. We say it all the time. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this. May I open the window, right? If I. If you, no. If I. So may I open the window, same thing. Excuse me. Do you mind if I open the window? Same thing. But this is another way to make requests. May I is very popular. Also, do you mind if I is very popular. They're both polite. Nitesh, what's a sound box? What's a sound box? You mean a speaker? A speaker? A sound box. What is that? I think you mean speaker. These things? Speakers? What's the difference between if and whether? Well, it's kind of not really about today's topic. It's not really about this. We don't say whether with this, okay? If and whether are the same when we're making indirect questions. I would like to know if you understand. I would like to know whether you understand. Okay, this kind of grammar, if and whether, they're totally the same. But we're not talking about this today. Okay, we're not talking about this today. So please don't ask me about that. You got your hands full. You can help me next week. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now look. Another example. Could I call you later? Could I call you later? Now look. Do you mind if I open? But look. Would you mind if I called you later? Past tense, but we're talking about the future. Later. Okay? So why here, guys, look, why here past? And why here is it present simple? Why? Well, if you guys haven't studied conditional sentences are sentences with if, right? And there are two main kinds of conditional sentences. If you do that, I will be happy, right? And if you did that, I would be happy. They're different meanings. I don't want to talk about the conditional today, but this is the reason. Look, when we use would, we need past. Alejandro, are you still there? When we use would you mind, good English is to use did. So Nandish, is that about today's topic? You guys remember I said if you have questions and it's not about this topic, just go to our Facebook group and ask there. Because I don't want to start talking about that. That's very different. Okay? Please, please go to our group and you can ask me there and I will answer the questions. Okay? You can see I answer all the questions. Okay? Well, not only me, Rosa does a lot of and Alejandra, a lot of people do it. So Alejandro, don't call me sir. Don't call me sir. I'm not a sir. My name is Mark. Okay? All right, guys. So here's the grammar. Ready? Do you mind if I? Okay, we use the present simple. So look. Do you mind if I open? Okay? But would you mind if I? Would you mind if I? We use the past. Look, would you mind if I called you later? Oh yeah, I forgot. Jundi is a new member of the group, and Jundi is I think he's from Indonesia. And man, his English is super good, and he's really helpful. He likes to help other people. So yeah, Jundi. So we have lots of cool people. And also the other teachers like Josh and Nicole and Neil and Sean, they like to help out sometimes. But they're pretty busy, so So sometimes they can't help. But okay, let's look at some examples. Let's look at the difference. Now remember, the meaning is the same. Would you mind is a little more polite, but the meaning is the same. Now Vivek, be careful. Do you see two here? Do you see two? Would you mind two? No. No. Now, Hussam, we're going to talk about that very soon. Look, here's the same meaning. Look, guys, look. Do you mind if I have? So do you mind, we need present, the last piece of pizza, or would you mind if I had the last piece of pizza? Why do we use had? Because that's the grammar with would. The meaning is the same. Everybody understand that? The meaning is the same, but we have different grammar. Here's another example. Do you mind if I stop at the store on the way home? Or would you mind if I stopped? So see, do you mind if I stop? Would you mind if I stopped? Okay, now let's go back. If I, this grammar is just for talking about I. Now look at Nandish's comment. What's the problem? Would you mind if I use the toilet? Would you mind if I use the toilet? What's the problem here, guys? What's the problem here? Can you find the problem? We just talked about this. Okay, no, not Yandish, no. The is fine. This is okay. This is okay. So what's the problem? The problem's here, right? Yeah, would we need past? Okay, understand Nandish? Yeah, you guys can see the problem. Okay, it's the same meaning. Please don't think they're different. They're the same meaning. Do you mind if I use the toilet? Do you mind if I use the toilet? Yeah, that sounds like British English to me. I think Nandish is in India, and India, of course, uses British English. Usually in USA and Canada, I think we say bathroom or washroom. Bathroom is more common in your house, okay? Like in somebody's house, we'd say bathroom, because usually a bathroom in Canada and USA has a bath, right? But if you go to an office, they don't have a bath, right? So we'd say washroom, okay? Good job, guys. So now some people are asking about, well, sometimes we don't say, do you mind if? Sometimes we don't say that, right? Well, if you want to say I, you say, do you mind if I? Would you mind if I? Because you're talking about yourself, me, I. Okay? Yeah, restroom is also the same as washroom. Yeah, restroom. But we never say restroom in your house, okay? Okay, so now, what is this? Do you mind? Okay, Steve, listen carefully. Now, there's a big difference in meaning. Okay, listen carefully. All right? Why do we use this grammar? Do you mind helping me? Would you mind helping me? Okay? Let's write the two sentences, okay? Let's just use would, okay? Would you mind if I helped? And would you, actually, let's use a different verb. If I left. and would you mind leaving? Very, very, very different meaning. Very different meaning. So listen carefully. Would you mind if I left? Who leaves? Who leaves? Who leaves? Who's leaving? Right? The answer is me. Right? The answer is me. I leave. I'm asking you, can I leave? Could I leave? Right? May I leave? Right? But in the second sentence, who leaves? Who leaves in the second sentence? Yeah, Ekaterina understands. I'm not talking about me. I want you to leave. I hate you. I don't like you. Please leave. Go away. You go away. Very different meaning. Would you mind if I left? May I go? May I go? Would you mind leaving? Please go. I don't like you. Please go away. So it's a pretty important difference, isn't it? It's a pretty different meaning. So we have to be careful. And it's easy. Me, I say if I. But this one, we just say ing, and that means the subject of this is this one right here. You leave. Go away, please. Go away, please. That's really strange, Steve. Strange. Can I do a small persuasive essay review? No. We're not talking about essays. As we've got lots of classes about essays. Guys, ask questions in the Facebook group if they're not about today's lesson. Okay, I'm sorry. So let's look at some examples. Could you let me know when you're finished? Do you mind letting me know? You let me know. So ing. Do you mind letting me know? Would you mind, Stephen, would you mind stopping? Okay, would you mind, it's, kind of strange. Would you mind stopping talking? It's kind of strange. Probably we'd just say, please stop talking. Could you stop talking? Right? Because ing is kind of strange. Would you turn off the stereo? Could you turn off the stereo? Right? Would you mind turning off the stereo? Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Could I open the window? We say, I want to make this bigger, but I'm afraid. Could I open the window? Do you mind if I open the window? But could you open the window? Do you mind opening the window? Can I say, would you mind me leaving? Would you mind me leaving? It's kind of strange, Omer. It's kind of strange. It's okay, but it's just not very common. Just say, would you mind if I left? Okay? It's a good question. But just, we usually say, would you mind, do you mind if I left? Okay? Now, how do we answer? We talked about answers, and we're almost finished class today, guys. We talked about answers. Now, could you do this, or please do this, or would you do this? Sure, okay, of course. But what about would you mind? Remember, we listened to the conversation with Leanne and Sean, and Look. Let's listen to this one again.
Would you mind if I opened the window?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
Thanks.
It's a hot one today, isn't it?
Sure is.
So what is, I'm sorry, it's not Sean, it's a different person, but would you mind if I opened the window? No, not at all. Does that mean it's okay or it's not okay? No, not at all. Go ahead. Thanks. So is it okay to open the window? Now, Rosa, it's strange. Did we talk about if you? If you? It's kind of strange, right? We talked about if I, but if we're talking about you, we'd say ing. Would you mind finishing? Okay. So in this conversation, no, not at all means it's okay. Huh? Huh? What? What? Listen carefully if this is confusing for you, because what does mind mean? Let's use my dictionary here. Not my dictionary, but wow, doesn't look like it's working today. Macmillan. Okay, let's use Macmillan instead, because the other one's not working. Okay, mind is usually in negatives or questions, and what does it mean? It means to feel annoyed, upset, or unhappy about something. So mind means, really, it means you don't, you feel it's not okay. Let's write that. Mind equals feel something is not okay or it's not good. Okay? So if you think about the grammar, if I say, hey, do you mind if I leave early today? What does that mean? What does that mean? Well, it means, you guys understand, it means could I or may I, can I? But really, like, what is the meaning of mind? Do you feel that it is not okay for me to leave early today? That's the meaning. Look at that, guys. Think about that. I'll give you a second. Do you mind if I leave early today means, do you feel that it is not good? It's not okay for me to leave early today. Right? It's not okay? No, it's okay. It's okay. So when people ask, hey, do you mind? Or would you mind? The answer, let's go down. Look. Here are some answers that are very popular. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, Yomer, that's an easier way to say it. Yeah, sorry, I should have looked at the chai. Thank you. Sorry, Yomer. That's good. Would you mind if I had some cake? How do you say, it's okay, go, sure, please have some? You say, not at all. No, go ahead. No, I wouldn't mind. No, I wouldn't. Right? Another example. Do you mind helping me? Right here. Do you mind helping me? Please help me. Right? So what did the person say? Not at all. I don't mind. I don't mind. What's up? No, what's wrong? No, I don't mind. I don't. Now, we can also say, I know it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense grammatically, but you can say, easy answer, just say sure, go ahead, okay. It doesn't make sense like in grammar, but we say it. It's okay. Okay? Just don't, be careful, no and yes. Would you mind? No means it's okay. And yes means it's bad. It doesn't make sense grammatically, but we can say sure, okay. Do you mind if I go now? Sure, go ahead. Now, Nora is asking, well, what's the polite way to answer if I mind? Well, if you want to say it's not okay, if you want to say something is not okay, if something's not okay, what does that mean? It means I mind, or I would mind. That's the meaning. I mind means I think it's a problem. I think it's not okay. I would mind means it's not okay. It's a problem. Okay. Are we close to 100? Seriously? Oh, 80. Okay, cool. Cool, that's good, that's good, yeah. I want to get 100. I want to get 100, right? And then I want to get 200 next year. That's my goal. Anyways, like the video and then maybe we will grow. Like the video, please, if you like it. Share the video if you can, or tell other people about us. Please help us. Anyways, I mind means I think it's a problem. I would mind means I think it's a problem. So how do you say it's not okay? Excuse me, Mom, would you well, would you? It's very polite for talking to my mother, right? So would you mind if I had some of this cake? Actually, I would. I would mind. I would mind. That means it's not okay. Why is it not okay? Because I was going to eat that later. I am going to eat that later. If it's not okay, you can just say, excuse me, would you mind? Would you mind? 100 people watching the classes right now, Mara. I want to, usually we have about 60 or 70. I want about 100 people watching the class, right? Anyways, it's not okay. Say, yes, I would. Yes, I would. Or yes, I do. So if somebody says, would you mind? You say, yes, I would. That means it's not okay. How do you say it's okay? Remember, we say, no, I wouldn't. It's okay. Right? But if somebody says, do you mind? Yes, I do. Yes, I do mind. I'm Canadian. Yes, do you mind? Yes, I do. I mind. That means it's not okay. If it's okay, what do we say? 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 No, I don't. It's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's okay. Right? Here are some other ways. Just say yes, I mind. Please don't eat the cake. It's my cake. I mind. Here's some more examples. Do you mind helping me? Sorry, I'm a little busy right now. Sorry. Do you mind helping me? Actually, yes, I do. This is look at this sentence. Yes, I do mind. You never help me when I need help. You never help me when I need help, so I don't want to help you. Actually, yes, I do mind. I do mind. Yeah. And then finally, I'm sorry. We could say, I'm afraid I'm too busy to help you right now. What about later? Maybe later. Other expressions. Well, should we look at the last part here, last part, and then we'll finish class. We're almost finished class. Other expressions. Here are some other expressions to make requests. Excuse me, is it all right? Is it okay if I use your computer? Is it okay? Is it all right? That's kind of rude. You mean this one, Alejandra? Yeah, it is rude. It is rude. That's the meaning of the sentence. You know, you never help me, so I don't want to help you. Right? Would it be all right? Would it be? Look at that. So is it all right? And is, we can say, same meaning. Would it be? Look at that, guys. And again, remember, would, we need past. Okay? So look at that. Would it be all right? Would it be okay? And remember, guys, if I. Also this one, look at this one, look at this one, look at this one. Do you think I could use your computer? Do you think, and remember we talked about this one at the beginning of class, do you think you could give me a hand? Pasco is here. Yeah, English is actually, all right is one word. Good point, Pascoa, thank you. And the same meaning, we can say this, all right, 2 words. So if somebody's asking me about my pleasure, if people say thank you, of course, usually what do we say? We say you're welcome. What's another way to say you're welcome? We can say my pleasure. My pleasure. My pleasure. Would it be fine if I did, Ekaterina? Remember, would, you need past. Would it be fine? Would it be okay? Would it be fine? Yeah, that's okay. Would it be all right if I asked 10 more questions? Actually, Steve, we have to finish class. We have to finish class. So, guys, I told you that I was going to talk about this at the end of the class. This week and next week, my class is on Tuesday and Friday. But this week and next week, I am going to add a Wednesday class. I hate this word, Wednesday. Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to add same time. So the next class, when is the next class? The next class. What is the difference between all right? Didn't I just say it? It's the same meaning. They're totally the same. They're totally the same, okay? Anyways, this week and next week, we have class on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? Because Christmas, the holiday, is coming up, and I'm going to go to Hawaii, actually. So I'm not going to do class for about 8 days, okay? So this week and next week, we're going to have 3 classes. So when's the next class? When's the next class? When is the next class? Well, today is Tuesday, so when's the next class? The next class is tomorrow! It's tomorrow, baby. And tomorrow we're gonna start talking about grammar to use to describe the future. So see you guys tomorrow. Join the Facebook group, add your friends to the Facebook group, and remember, if you like Smrt Live class, and if you can, please support us by becoming a premium subscriber, okay? To help us grow and help us do this amazing thing. So here's the link if you want to sign up for that. Here is the link if you want to sign up for the Facebook group. Guys, thank you as always. See you tomorrow. I'm going to finish class now. Every time I'm going to say, see you tomorrow.